how to make decisions on short-term goals and long-term goals. Believe it or not, there is a huge difference. If we are talking about short-term goals, the main decision-making aspect is to have data. Because in one or another case, in the short future, in the nearest future, we can at least have some predictions. We can at least have some estimations on what's happening today and what are trends going on, what are macro trends, what are major trends. Thus, we can forecast what can happen in the nearest future. That's why when we set up our short-term goals, either it's for sales, for business development, for maybe project expansion, entering new markets, or anything else, we can do some predictions based on data, because it can predict at least partially what might happen in the future. We can have this probability, likelihood of what's going to happen in the nearest future. But how to make decisions on your long-term goals? Because, well, if you're not a shaman or a wizard or something like that, you can't predict what's going to happen in the longer future. What's going to happen after a few years, after 5 years, after 10 years. So should you put your bets on that trend that's happening right now or not, or will it be killed by new technology emerging in the market? So how to make decisions based on how to make decisions for the long-term goals. And in this case, it would be like trying to cheat on yourself if you would say, well, we did the analysis and we can forecast that in the nearest 5 years or 10 years this or that is going to happen, and that's why we make our decision. Sorry, that's bullshit. In most cases, you can't predict that. You can't. And the question here is, so how do you make decisions for the long-term goals? Let's say you're building your software or platform and maybe you would like to exit the business. Maybe you would like to get acquired, or maybe again you would like to go towards a different direction and to expand your business dramatically globally. So what you're gonna do? If we want to make our long-term decisions, we should focus on our vision. Well, we can't have all possible answers, all data to make these decisions right, straight to the bat, but at least if we know our vision, if we know what would be the ideal future for us, what we would like to have, you will figure out on the way what would be the right decision in each particular case. So when it comes to short-term goals, we focus on data, we focus on proof, we focus on macro trends, because we can at least partially predict the nearest future. But when it comes to decisions related to long-term goals, when it comes to creating your long-term goals, we should focus on our vision, what we actually want, what is in our soul, what is in our heart. Well, believe it or not, but again, you can't predict all possible details far in the future, but at least what you can do, you can foresee what do you want to achieve, how do you want to live, what do you want to accomplish, and only then on the way you will figure out how exactly you're going to do that.